Your Highness, Sheikh Ahmed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Chairman of the Crown Prince Court, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It indeed gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference. ADIPEC provides a global platform for oil and gas leaders to address the most pressing issues and engage on the most promising opportunities of our evolving energy landscape. And this year, you will notice that we have expanded the horizons of ADIPEC, both here in the opening ceremony and also across the overall conference program. In short, ADIPEC will now set the agenda of the global energy conversation and place Abu Dhabi and the United Arab Emirates firmly at its center. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the cusp of a great step forward in human progress. Progress that is the result of 50 years of remarkable economic growth. Consider for a moment that in 1970, 60% of all the people on earth lived on less than $2 a day. And today, 9 out of 10 have some form of disposable income, and more than half the world's population is now in the middle class. In essence, today's global economy is not only growing in the traditional centers. Prosperity is spreading throughout the entire world. These fundamentals will continue to drive the global economy, and with it, more demand for energy. This energy will come from many sources. But make no mistake, hydrocarbons will continue to play an absolutely essential part of a diversified energy mix. In fact, by 2040, despite some of the hype out there, oil consumption will rise by at least an extra 10 million barrels per day. Demand for natural gas will grow by 40%, and demand for higher value petrochemicals and polymers will experience the strongest demand of all, growing an additional 60%. This growth tells us one thing, and one thing only. We are at the forefront of a new age of opportunity for our important industry. Digital innovation is delivering unparalleled levels of progress, giving rise to an era we know today as the fourth industrial revolution. This revolution is creating a paradigm shift in global growth and driving demand for our products. To enable this massive step change in global development, our industry must think differently, embrace disruption, and step out of our comfort zone. We at ADNOC are giving this mission a simple name: Oil and Gas 4.0. We recognize that to fulfill this mission, we must expand our partnerships, apply the latest technology, leverage our assets, and optimize our resources. And over the last 2.5 years, we have been doing exactly that. We consolidated our businesses and unified our brand identity. We entered the global capital markets for the first time ever. We reduced our operating costs and intensified our performance, achieving unparalleled financial results. We launched the first ever IPO of an ADNOC business. We opened up our concessions to new strategic partners. We competitively tendered new exploration blocks. We embarked on a comprehensive digital transformation. And most recently, we closed a strategic equity partnership between Baker Hughes GE and ADNOC Drilling. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is only the start of a new era for a progressive ADNOC. Last week, the Supreme Petroleum Council approved ADNOC's 5-year capex program of over 132 billion US dollars. Importantly, the SPC also approved plans to increase oil production capacity to 4 million barrels by day by year 2020, reaching 5 million by 2030. At the same time, and for the first time, we will access vast, untapped volumes of gas reserves. This was made possible simply by thinking outside of the box, leveraging technology, and completely reframing our business model. And as a result, we have finally unlocked the commercial formula that will enable the UAE to attain self-sufficiency and to transition into a net exporter of natural gas. As we set out to meet these ambitious goals, we are taking steps never taken before. Just yesterday, we signed a historic concession agreement with Total, marking the birth of unconventional gas in the United Arab Emirates. And throughout this week and the weeks ahead, we will announce a series of major initiatives that will build on our history as a reliable, responsible, committed supplier of hydrocarbons and in specific of natural gas. Ladies and gentlemen, as global demand for higher value products strengthens, we are moving forward with our 45 billion US dollar investment downstream. We are enhancing our state-of-the-art facilities in Ruwais to build the single largest integrated refining and petrochemical complex in the world. This expansion will enable a true plug-and-play ecosystem, an ecosystem where partners from all over the world can come, invest, and grow alongside ADNOC. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, at ADNOC, we believe artificial intelligence, big data, and blockchain can enhance our operational efficiency, maximize our performance, and drive our profitability, and empower our most precious resource, that is our people. Predictive analytics will significantly reduce our operational costs. Our state-of-the-art Panorama Digital Command Center will mine for, monitor, and measure terabytes of information across our value chain of our business and operations. Yet, we are still only scratching the surface of how technology can truly unlock our full potential. We are determined to make ADNOC the destination of choice for a highly skilled, digitally native workforce and a home for the best and brightest of our young people by embedding innovation into every aspect of our business. Your Highness, Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. There was a time when our industry was seen as defining the cutting edge of all industries. Now, we must admit, in some ways, we are playing catch-up. We need to put ourselves back in the driving seat of innovation and bring the oil and gas industry into the fourth industrial age. I have no doubt that by embracing ADNOC's Oil and Gas 4.0, we have the minds, the capability, and the will to do exactly that. Throughout the history of our industry, just when we think we have reached the limit of what we can achieve, a new breakthrough propels us forward. This is a time to unleash our thinking, to reach beyond business as usual, push the boundaries of partnerships, and fast forward into a bright, progressive future. Thank you very much.